Now here's the founder of Lululemon. This man is named Chip Wilson. Now he said some things in the past that Lululemon, I think, is really trying to recover from. These aren't the only controversies, of course, that Lululemon has had. This might be the worst one. Now, here's the actual video footage of what happened inside the Lululemon store. The depravity knows no end. Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. Oh, don't mind Shire down here, my 7-month-old collie, rough collie. She has a treat, and so you're probably going to be hearing... You know, just when you think that there is a depth too low, even for insanity, well, Lululemon shows up. Check this out. Lululemon employees fired after confronting thieves. Now, there's actual video of these employees confronting the thieves. I'll show you the video in just a minute. 2 women say they were fired by Lululemon after trying to stop thieves ransacking an Atlanta area store and calling police to report the robbery last month. The former employees, Rachel Rogers and Jennifer Ferguson, said they were told they violated the athleisure company's zero tolerance policy upon being let go in the weeks that followed the incident. We're not supposed to get in the way. You kind of clear a path for whatever they're going to do, Ferguson said. And then after it's over, you scan a QR code, and that's that. We've been told not to put it in any notes because that might scare other people. We're not supposed to call the police, not really supposed to talk about it. So the policy for Lululemon is that you're not allowed to do anything. You're not supposed to call the police. You're not even supposed to report that your store was just robbed so that other people don't get scared. Yet, liberal, insane companies like Lululemon want to advocate for decriminalizing crime. So on one hand, they want to make the criminals the real victims. So if a criminal comes into your store, robs your store, and you call the police to seek justice, then you are making a victim of the criminal because the criminal is just doing what the criminal's meant to do. How dare you get in the way of that? Liberals want to decriminalize crime and make actual law-abiding citizens the real perpetrators of crime by confronting crime when crime is being crimed. This mindset is pure insanity. Hey, real quick, instead of supporting insanely woke companies, check out our biblically inspired clothing in the link in the description below. We appreciate you supporting this channel. And join this community by hitting that subscribe button. And please hit that thumbs up button. You know, when you like this video, it'll get pushed out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. Video of the robbery recorded by Rogers shows a group of individuals wearing jackets, hoods, and masks dart out of the shop in Peachtree Corners, Georgia, with clothes in hand as the employees demand they leave. Insider reported that Lululemon's company policy indicates the pair were fired because they confronted and recorded the thieves, not because they called the police to report the robbery. Liar! Now, here's the actual video footage of what happened inside the Lululemon store.
No. You can march back out. You can march back out. No, you can march back out. No. Seriously. Get out. Get out. Get out.
So you can see the women there, literally all they were saying was no, get out, no, get out. And videotaping them so that maybe they can have some evidence to show law enforcement to stop these people from terrorizing other businesses. And so then what the employees did was they called the police and reported that they had been robbed. But Lululemon says that this confrontation is what got the employees fired. Now, I'm not huge on boycotts, as I've said in the past, but there are several companies that I will never give another cent to. And I think that we should all stop giving money to companies that go above and beyond to spread their depravity. And one of those companies is Lululemon. In fact, you have people on here, look, Bud Light, Target, and Lululemon. All in favor? Let's do it. Stop shopping at Lululemon. Those employees that Lululemon fired have proved what great and loyal employees they are. I'm sure any really great company would be honored to have such trustworthy employees. Hope they sue the pants off of Lululemon. Now, Lululemon is extremely liberal. I mean, they are left of left. In fact, Lululemon is, take the left, go more left, and then go a little bit more left, and then keep going left, and you'll find Lululemon. And I think it has to do with them trying to prove that they're not who their founder is. Their founder is a man named Chip Wilson, and I'm going to show you some things he has said in the past. But check this out. Lululemon is, here we go, already starting the Pride Month, May 7th. Okay. So they started a few weeks early. It's kind of like Christmas for these people, just starting earlier and earlier every year. And Lululemon goes above and beyond to show that they are the most equality-driven company in the world. They've given over $1 million to support the well-being of LGBT communities, of course. If you shop at Lululemon, don't give them any more money, because you're also getting this as well. Reproductive rights are human rights. Literally just regurgitating all the things. All of the things they regurgitate as much as they can. And they go on to talk about how they believe that the overture of RVW, remember that, was the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing ever. And then they go on to explain that they support Black women's health imperative. If that isn't literally one of the most racist things ever to tell a black woman. Equality means slaughtering your children so that there's less of you. The depravity knows no end. This is a delusion, as the Bible says. Before I show you some comments by the founder of Lululemon that Lululemon is trying so desperately to prove they don't agree with. Check this out. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Therefore, God sends them a strong delusion so that they may believe what is false, in order that they all may be condemned who did not believe the truth but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Now, this is talking about sending a strong delusion to believe in the coming Antichrist, to believe in the man of lawlessness. Our society is being perfectly set up to fall for the coming man of lawlessness, who's going to come in and say, I have the fix. I know what to do to get society back in unity. And it's going to be all deception. And there's going to be a strong delusion, which you're seeing already, believing that wrong is right and evil is good and good is evil. It's companies like Lululemon that are so insanely evil, but they say that they're the ones standing for true justice. Now, here's the founder of Lululemon. This man is named Chip Wilson. Now, he said some things in the past that Lululemon, I think, is really trying to recover from. Wilson claimed that he chose to call the company Lululemon because he thought it was funny that Japanese people couldn't pronounce the letter L. So his whole thing about naming the company Lululemon was because he had a previous skateboard brand that had an L in it. He said that Asian people loved that company because they thought the L was such an American thing because the Asian people couldn't pronounce the letter L. So he said he thought, how can I take that one step further? And he decided to name a company with 3 L's in it to make it even harder and funnier for Japanese people to pronounce. Yikes. He also talked about how he reportedly favored child labor. And then he said that some women were just too big to fit into Lululemon, and that's the issue that they had with pilling and the actual material coming apart and having issues. These aren't the only controversies, of course, that Lululemon has had. This might be the worst one. Are you ready for it? Lululemon director pushed for all lives matter. Employees described the incident as traumatic and triggering. So during the billions of dollar damage riots, remember those a couple years ago? BLM became the thing. It became even more world renowned. And so many people, including even churches, Christian leaders, people that I deeply respected, fell for this BLM nonsense. They fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, and went all in, just completely giving in to the demands of the world, saying, bow the knee to us, otherwise you will pay. And so many Christians gave into this, unfortunately. It was terribly sad to watch. But apparently there was a director within Lululemon that said they're not going to do BLM. They're instead going to say ALM, all lives matter. That's the campaign that they're going to push. And it was so triggering to employees. There was so much pushback that this director had to leave her position. But there is some good news behind all this. BLM faces bankruptcy after plunging $8.5 million into debt. Don't shop at Lululemon. Don't give Lululemon any more of your money. If you do, hopefully you don't already, but if you do, stop supporting them because they hate justice. They hate truth. They hate everything that doesn't follow the current narrative of absolute depravity. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button and being a part of this community, I'd love to hear from you on a regular basis. And also, please hit that thumbs up button. You know, when you like this video, it'll get pushed out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.